So welcome to this third and final video in our series of 3 on becoming an effective practitioner. And today we're going to talk about the aspect of clinical development. Now, we've already talked about self-development and we've talked about skills development, which are the first building blocks of becoming a great practitioner, and yet they're not enough on their own. Self-reflection, the ability to see your own stuff and to work on your own stuff is very important, as is obviously having the skills and tools in order to work with someone, work with a client. But understanding each of the aspects of psychotherapy or mindfulness, NLP, hypnosis, coaching, EFT, they're really only tools. And the key to becoming the best practitioner that you can be is how you apply them and knowing where and when to use what. So it's that integration and it's elegant, and that's really what makes fantastic therapy feel very much like magic. And that's the feedback that we get when our students are out there and doing the best work, is that their clients are saying, "Oh, how did you know? And that was exactly what I needed at that moment. How did you know to do that?" Really, quite a lot of that obviously is going to be about practice. And practice alone takes a very long time to develop that level of skill. We know that because that's how we got there. A lot of the courses that Alex and myself did originally in our own training taught us the skills, but they then left us to go out and use those skills and figure it out. So one of the real benefits to having the experience and the long years of experience that we have and the thousands of hours of client work, thousands of hours of teaching work as well that we have, is that we are able to impart a lot of the knowledge and wisdom and learning that we've gleaned and gained over these years to the students who are in front of us. We want the students to be able to take from that. Obviously we developed, and Alex particularly obviously, developed the Optimum Health Clinic, and we have worked within that clinic and now alongside that clinic for many, many years, working with thousands and thousands of people across many, many countries and continents. What that means is there's very little that we haven't seen, and that depth and breadth of experience is something that we can pass on. The way that we do that is in multiple ways, just obviously through our teaching and the way in which we guide and support the students, but also through all the work that they do in direct contact with us. So as tutors, we're working with our students, particularly as they come towards the accreditation and level 3 in qualification, consistently in live observation, where they get direct feedback from us, in tutorials where they review video sessions of us working with clients, and they have to analyse them and review them, really pick them apart and understand the processes of how we worked in that particular session. In case studies and practice sessions, which they have to log and write up for us, so we can then give direct feedback on what they're working with. And in the tutorials as well, we're working as a group support and sharing of cases and case studies, so that everyone together can begin to understand the best ways of working and the best approaches and how that fits in any particular moment. Practice beyond that is obviously essential as well, and over the time of the course, our students are going to be logging hours and hours of practice time, and that begins, of course, to add to their sense of competence, their sense of confidence as they go out with their clients as well. What we want for our students when they come to the end of the course, when we finally accredit them, is that we know we would be happy to refer to them. And what that takes is just that extra bit of work, of experience sharing, feedback, and that's where the depth of the course really comes, and the whole course comes together to create practitioners who we're really confident sending out there, knowing that they're safe, they're competent, they're confident to work with clients and are going to get great results. So that's a massive aspect for us of the clinical development piece, probably the biggest. Beyond that as well, though, there are really practical aspects of safeguarding, knowing our own limitations and when to refer, taking client history, all of those practical aspects of how to create and manage a client relationship. We talked a lot in the first video about sort of boundaries and understanding all of that aspect. All of those also go into clinical development, and that final building block of becoming a really fantastic practitioner. And again, something that we work on a lot throughout the course with all our students, but particularly in our kind of level 3 as they come towards accreditation. What that means is that we're always very, very confident in the practitioners that we accredit. And very proud as well of the practitioners that they have become and go on to continue to develop as. The final aspect of becoming a fantastic practitioner is also becoming a practitioner who's really authentic. We don't want you to become a different version of myself or of Alex or of any of the tutors and teachers on the course. We want you to become you. We want you to integrate these materials, these approaches in your way and find your own best self as a practitioner. And that to us is also extraordinarily important, because that then feels fantastic, and it's something that the practitioner and the client can really trust in as they go forwards. So I hope that's given you, and the other videos as well, have given you a real insight into these 3 aspects, these 3 keys to becoming a really excellent and effective practitioner. We obviously have put a great deal of passion, time, energy and all of our career and our own experiences into developing this therapeutic coaching model in this way that cover these aspects of self-development, skills development and clinical development to support students in becoming the kinds of practitioners that we know it's really important to have out there in the world, creating such powerful change for their clients. So we hope that we've enjoyed these videos and these series of videos, and we look forward to speaking to you soon.